Alright, hello, ant that is bigger than any other ant I've seen around our house. Are you a queen? Also, you look hardcore. You look like you will chew through the plastic. But I guess all I can do is have a look, see if I can keep you in one of my little habitats and just see what happens. Hurrah! I got her in. This is a toothpick jar again. This time though, Mum's been cooking and she like unwrapped a thing and there was this thick plastic, so instead of Glad wrap, we've now got something it might not be able to chew through, because this one really looked hardcore, this ant. Now it's going for the sugar by the looks of things, so that makes me worry that this is not a queen. You know, do you remember the last one that wasn't a queen? How it was right into the sugar? Look at it go. You know, I don't know if I can get a better angle. But yeah, no, it's pretty into the sugar, so yeah, I'm starting to think maybe this is just a gigantic worker, in which case, like, I have not seen any ants this big. Like, it's even bigger than that queen ant I've got over in that one. I haven't actually seen her for a few days, so I hope she's alright, but, you know, they say don't bother your queen for ages until, like, it's, you know, got its workers ready and whatever. So, yeah. I don't know, I'm sorry it's hard to get a good picture. But yeah. Its behavior is similar to the one that I had to release because I realized it wasn't a queen. Now you might notice I've changed the way that I've set up this toothpick thing a little bit. So instead of just being a flat surface, I raised the dirt up around the sides. So if it is a queen, it's got a bit of a head start building its own little thing. Also, I did it up around the sides because, like, with this container, even if we get past the toothpick thing, like, you can't really see anything anyway through this terrible plastic, so you can only really see it from overhead. So I figure, like, you know, might as well get things going, like the dirt going around the side. But so I'll watch this one for a few days and we'll find out whether or not it's a queen or just some huge worker. In which case, I'm going to be looking all around the garden now to see if there are any more gigantic ants like this. Like, I will be surprised if this is not a queen just based on its size. Because those other ones are the largest ants I've seen anywhere here. And if we've got even bigger ants, that's terrifying. Yeah, okay, I'm going to poke holes in the top now. Just going to use a sewing needle to get through this plastic, hopefully. And cross fingers it doesn't escape overnight. But it's not behaving the way the one that escaped did, so that's good. Like, it was a little bit hard to get in here, because when I tipped it out of the other jar into here, it actually went on the outside, and so it was going around the outside, and Mikey was watching me do all this out in the other room, and he thought it was hilarious. And eventually it came up and went in, and then I put the plastic over it and the elastic, and now it seems to have settled. It's not trying to escape, whereas the last one that did escape had been trying to escape a lot. So this one's behaving more like the one that I set free, but I guess we will find out. Oh, bloody hell. Even using thicker plastic. Can we see? Yeah, I've chewed a hole in the top. And I just stumbled out of bed and I'm watching this. Alright, well, whatever. You didn't seem to be doing anything anyway, so I might just take you outside and let you out. On the other hand, I mean, this one does seem to have trouble dealing with the water, like the moat is actually keeping it. in this area. So, you know, I could just take the plastic off once it stops running around, and then it would stay in this sort of enclosure, but I don't think it actually was doing anything queen-like. And yeah, I don't know, I don't really have the patience. Like, what if it does figure out how to escape the moat, you know? Whereas my proper queen, you know, just started digging pretty early on instead of trying this escape bullshit. So I don't really have the patience for this one. I'm just gonna let it outside. And I don't know, I'll look up what it is later. I mean, it might not even be an ant. I don't know, ants are related to wasps, and I've heard that there are like wingless wasps, and maybe that's what it is. Or, I don't know, maybe we just have some huge ass worker ants in the garden, which is terrifying, but whatever. I could find some way to release it. Just want it to sort of... I need it to get into a position that I can carry it through the house without it dropping all over me somewhere. I'll figure that out in a moment. Alright, so I think I figured out what this ant is. I just looked it up, and yeah, I think it's a Golden Tailed Spiny Ant or something, and that's why I thought it had wings, because it actually has these little spines thing on it. And yeah, they're a large ant species. It also turns out they're not that easy to care for when you have a queen anyway, so I'm pretty sure this isn't a queen, it's just one of those gigantic workers. But even if it was a queen, it'd be difficult for me as a beginner ant keeper to, you know what to do properly. You have to feed it. Apparently they're semi-claustral. So yeah, they don't just dig a hole and lay their eggs. They need to be fed, and all that. So, yeah, interesting. I didn't know we had them. Apparently they're not, like, mean or anything. Their bite is quite weak, and they're not that aggressive. So yeah, I'm gonna let this one go. Not exactly where I found it, but close enough, so hopefully it can find its way home. It's hard to do this with one hand. Alright, there you go, off to freedom. Did I push you against the wall? Will that make you happier? Yes. And you've had a sugar feed, so at least you don't walk away from this with nothing, eh? Go on, out you go! And please don't come at me. I know you don't really bite, but I still don't want you running at me. Go on, little golden tailed spiny ant. Look, it's really pretty. And there it goes. Alright. Enjoy freedom and stuff. And don't come back. Pretty much. Because yeah, when we found it, it was climbing on the door, the glass door. And Mikey thought it was pretty hilarious. Because I was like, what's that? And he's going, I don't know. And while I was catching it, he thought it was funny and putting it in the little jar thing I had to catch them. I don't know if I mentioned that in an earlier segment of this video, because I'm barely even awake at the moment. Yeah, goodbye, shiny ant. I'm gonna get back to being a lazy slob.